Another NFL draft has arrived, and while the Raiders don't have the best track record hitting on recent first-round picks, the Black Hole feels that new leadership can break that trend.
The most anticipated this year, very excited, only because we're going in the right direction.
I mean, I get excited every year, but this year feels a little different, bringing Coach AP. I feel like the team has an identity now. We haven't had that in over a couple decades.
Every fan from every team goes in optimistically, but I think we have a coach. He knows the spirit, and he knows the core, and he knows the passion of the Raiders, and I think his contributions are going to be incredibly beneficial to our draft.
All eyes are on the quarterback position in the opening selections, and the Silver and Black is rumored to have its sights set on flying up the draft board in a trade-up from 13th overall to the top 5 or even the top 3 to snag LSU quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Jaden Daniels, who Antonio Pierce coached in high school and recruited to Arizona State. But does Raider Nation approve?
I do. Coach has the faith in him like he does, like he did Jack Jones, bringing him and seeing what he did as a Raider. I think Jaden has to do the same thing for us.
I do, because sometimes it's about the fit more than best player available or, what, all the prognosticators may say. I'll say this, I think if they're going to move up and they're going to take a chance, you're going to do it for that position and for a player like that. If they can't do that, if they can't find a dance partner, I'm perfectly fine with them taking the best player available.
I'm okay with Minshew and O'Connell. I think O'Connell did great during the last time of the season. When we put him in his situation, he did good, but I'm always optimistic, and I'm like, if we could get a game changer and be aggressive in that draft, we got to move up and get him.
Everybody's got this hype about we need a quarterback, we got to do this, we got to do that. At 13, I think we're in a fairly good position, and I say get the best player available. I don't want to step up, jeopardize throwing the dice out for a number 1 pick and it not pan out. Daniel seems to be a good fit. His relationship with AP, does all the signs show a green light? They do. However, I think we already have a quarterback. He wears number 4, and his name's Aiden O'Connell. I really think we just need to build the great wall around him. At 13, get the best right tackle we can in the draft and move forward.
If the Raiders did opt to stay at pick 13, that doesn't rule out a signal caller. Barring one of the top QBs like J.J. McCarthy or Drake May sliding down the board, one big-arm quarterback prospect has been a popular prediction to end up in Silver and Black. National championship runner-up, Washington lefty Michael Penix Jr.
Absolutely. Raider arm, he could scramble, he could do a lot. He's big, he's physical. He deserves an opportunity as well if it's there.
I'm fine with them moving up, fine with them staying and taking the best player available. But if they feel Michael Penix would also be a fit at quarterback, then I'm perfectly fine with that, because he does have the big arm. He probably has the best arm talent in the draft. And it wasn't many weeks before, maybe like in the beginning of the season, when he was one of those Heisman runner-up type of players. So I don't think we can forget that. And he's a little removed from some of those injuries. So I would be okay with that, because we do need a quarterback as well if they don't see much more development from Aiden O'Connell. But I'm also keeping an eye. This is all fluid. It's all these different options, and that's what makes it so exciting.
If quarterback to Las Vegas isn't in the cards, the Black Hole believes that the first round can still provide a cornerstone for the franchise, possibly filling the team's needs at right tackle or cornerback.
I think we're comfortable with who we have there in camp right now, and there's a good quarterback situation going on as we have it. But I'd love to see we build up that O-line, get some help on the right side as needed, so whatever quarterback's there has the protection they need.
I would like to see them take either a top cornerback, like a Terrion Arnold from Alabama. I would also be interested, in maybe like one of the best, tackles or right tackles to add protection for Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell's play would even with another offseason and better protection can be more accurate.
The kid from Alabama, the corner, if he's available, get him. At some point, we haven't had some history in drafting corners, but we got to break the streak sometime, someplace. And I think if we were to get him, if he's still on the board, take him.
Of course, every fan has their prime choice who they want the team to pick. But, as long as we go need in whatever position, I'm okay with that.
we're in a really tough division, so there is pressure, to find your franchise quarterback because a couple of other teams in our division already have theirs. But if we can stack up that defense and add to that to an already improving good defense, and then they feel it may be better or wise to get a quarterback another way, maybe next year or maybe in free agency or somehow something falls to them, I'm okay with that too, because at least that we're going to need in this division to be able to put pressure on a Mahomes and a Justin Herbert. So I'm okay with that as well.
Regardless of which direction the team goes in Thursday night, Raider fans trust that the future is bright in the hands of first-year head coach Antonio Pierce.
Oh, very confident. I mean, what we saw last season with him bringing Raider Nation back together, getting everybody excited from being down a little bit in the beginning of the season. I'm excited. I'm pretty sure everybody else is too.
AP definitely has these guys playing. He's the rah-rah guy. He's the fire in the camp. Whatever he's saying in that locker room, it's resonating with those guys because they're playing their A's off for him, and I love it.
So this is the first time I think the team is more unified, and I think there's a pathway to more success as far as the team growing, maybe even making the playoffs because of that.